Hey guys, I'm Nash from the Hyperlight Mountain Gear R&D team. I'm super stoked to present to you the newest addition in our lineup of legendary shelters, the all-new CrossPeak 2. The CrossPeak 2 is Hyperlight Mountain Gear's first ever freestanding tent with 3 custom aluminum poles. We chose a freestanding tent design because they offer a variety of pitching options. You can pitch them really well in rocky, rooty terrain and even on tent platforms. Plus, there's a sentiment of stormworthiness that structures like these just provide. Additionally, freestanding shelters offer a sense of reliability, stormworthiness, and a bunch of other factors like ease of pitch that a lot of outdoor enthusiasts really appreciate. With the CrossPeak 2, our goal was to create the optimal balance of weight, durability, and water protection we're already known for, and just incorporate it into a sleek, freestanding design that's comfortable and roomy for 1 and 2 people. One of the standout things about this freestanding tent too is it comes in right around 34 ounces, making it one of the lightest tents on the market. All right, so let's talk about some of the key functions and features that make this tent great. First off, you'll notice it's a single wall shelter design. That's pretty common for us, and it's made of our DCF5 fly fabric, which is Dyneema, and you all know that Dyneema is one of the strongest fibers in the world, so continuing to use it in this shelter design was a key component for us. We use 20D sil nylon for the pole sleeves because it's one of the most common materials in high-end mountaineering shelters. Plus, it's just more durable than sil poly. A lot of freestanding tents these days are using things like plastic clips to create their structures. We chose pole sleeves because it ultimately provides a more rigid and stable structure, despite the fact that some people might find it a little bit old school. The tent is pitched using an X-pole construction, which makes it familiar for a lot of users. I feel like we all started backpacking with a tent that was very similar to this one. We used aluminum DAC NFL 8.7 poles because at a negligible weight penalty, they're more field repairable than carbon, and just because they're some of the most widely used poles on the market. A few other details about the pole sleeves is that they're adjustable, which is great because over time you'll find that you need to tension the tent just a little bit more. And the adjustments on the head side are marked by reflective webbing, and then on the center pole, you'll find another ladder lock on the top of one of the vestibules. You'll also notice these little hops on the pole sleeves that are marked by orange binding. That's so you can tie guy line through here in a V formation directly off the pole versus the seam of the tent. And what that's going to do is put the stress directly on the pole, which is where you want the structure to be more rigid anyways. So it makes it an incredibly wind stable shelter. Also, in really nasty weather, you can add trekking poles to reinforce the tent inside the vestibule. You can wrap the little piece of paracord around the handle and cinch it, and you actually push the pole slightly out to give the tent better wind deflection. On the inside of the tent, you'll find that the CrossPeak 2 has a true 2-person capacity and an incredibly roomy interior. It measures 48 inches at the head side and 45 inches at the foot, meaning it has about a 3-inch taper, but it still accommodates 2 wide pads. We also gave you guys 2 vestibules on either side for you and your backcountry partner's gear, and they have little vents on them. Plus, towards the top of the vestibules on the inside of the tent, you'll find 2 little loops that you can affix a clothesline to. The head and the foot of the bathtub are also adjustable using a little toggle and shock cord. As you can see, the CrossPeak 2 is crafted for a wide variety of 3-season adventures. You can find this and a bunch of other great gear at hyperlightmountaingear.com.